Welcome to Mindful Eating Class 4. I'm Katie, the social worker here at the Blessing Bariatric Institute. So this is the last class, and we're going to start off with problem solving, or how to solve problems, which is an important part of our weight loss journey. So becoming an effective problem solver can help us feel more in control, less upset, and therefore less likely to turn to food or emotional eating. So identify the problem. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard, right? Once the problem is identified, again, this is that 7-question technique that we learned in class 3. Kind of breaks it down. What kind of thinking error would I be making? What is the evidence that this thought might not be true or maybe not completely true? Is there an alternative explanation for another way of viewing this? What is the most realistic outcome of this situation? What is the effect of my believing this negative thought, and what could be the effect of changing my thinking? What would I tell my friend if she were in this situation and had the same kind of thought? And what should I do now? Sabotaging thoughts can get in our way, so they undermine our confidence. So these are some examples: is I can't do this, I can't solve this problem. But a way to talk back to that thought is most problems can be solved or partially solved, even if I don't see the solution right now. Another example of a sabotaging thought is this solution isn't going to work. How to speak back to that is it might or might not. Maybe I should try it. I can call on a friend to help me figure out what to do. And lastly, I don't even want to think about the problem. I'd rather just eat. So talking back to that negative thought is eating is just short-term fix that will make me feel even worse in the long run. So again, a reflection for your notebook is the next time I have a problem, instead of turning to food, what your choices will be. So believing it. So sometimes we have a hard time with believing the good that is happening. So thinking I'm losing weight because I've learned how and I know how, and believing that. What I have to do, which we've learned, is plan my eating, eat slowly while sitting down, use anti-craving strategies. What I have to remind myself: hunger and cravings are not emergencies, no choice, and the oh well. How to motivate myself: I need to get support, read my card, give myself credit every day. How to keep myself honest is to report to my coach. And again, giving yourself credit for what you are doing. Some sabotaging thoughts is, if I start to believe that I can do this, I'm going to jinx myself. So sometimes the belief that things are just going too good. Talking back to that thought is, if I believe I can't do this, then I'm going to likely run into trouble when dieting gets tougher. If I build my confidence, I will keep making progress. If I recognize my progress, I'll get too confident and starting to loosen up. Talking back to that thought is, I'll be able to catch myself as long as I continue to review my to-do list and hold myself accountable. So again, a reflection for your notebook is, whenever I begin to worry that I can't lose weight, I will remind myself. So reducing stress, that is very important. Everybody experiences stress. Mild stress can be helpful to assist in motivation to be productive, but high levels of stress can be counterproductive. So we all need a little stress, but not too much. 3 steps to lower stress are to solve the problem. If too stressed, go back to the priority chart, which that was, I think, in class 2. Use the 7-question technique, which we reviewed at the beginning of this class, to respond to negative thoughts and reach out for help. Relax. Chronic stress can make your body tense. Deep breathing and progressive muscle relaxation can be very beneficial. Changing our mindset. You can be chronically stressed due to allowing unreasonable rules to guide your behavior. So these rules usually have the words should and shouldn't in them. So identify the rules that you have for yourself. Your should and shouldn'ts will show up when you try to problem solve and exclude more reasonable solutions if your rules are too rigid. Attempt to relax self-imposed rules. So consider whether you would want a loved one to live by this particular rule. Think of advantages of changing your rules. Take the words always and never out. Relax your rules of others. Do you find yourself having unreasonable expectations of others? Other people should always be perfect. Other people should be able to read our mind. Other people should always be grateful, and other people should not make me unhappy. So relaxing your rules of others, recognizing that you do not have control over others. We're only able to control ourselves. Thinking about the advantages of changing your rules. Try to take the words always and never out. Change should and shouldn'ts to be realistic. Realizing that others will make mistakes. Not everyone will be grateful, and they won't know what I need unless I tell them. So another reflection for your notebook is the next time I feel stressed. Again, this is a good plan because when we become stressed, it's hard for us sometimes to remember the things that help us. So through weight loss, we tend to deal with plateaus. And so many individuals feel like they should be able to lose weight every week without interruption. And our usual thoughts go something like this. It's like we lose some, we stay the same for a week or two. We lose some, we gain some. So really back and forth. And so many plateaus are normal and can be due to water retention, hormonal changes, or other biological influences. Also, maybe more calories and less exercise. If you expect the scale to go down every week, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So occasional plateaus and small weight gains are inevitable. If you hit one of these longer plateaus, you have 4 options. You can continue what you were doing and see if you start to lose weight. You can reduce your daily calorie intake. You can increase your daily exercise by 15 to 20 minutes. You can call this your goal weight and move into maintenance. You should expect occasional weight gains or plateaus even if you've done everything right. Keep up with exercise. So when struggling, because again, we all know that exercise can be difficult to maintain. I like the word movement instead of exercise, but when we're struggling, we can focus on how you feel after you finish, not on the feeling of at the beginning, right? Reminding ourselves that the hardest part is getting started. Put exercise in that no choice category, kind of like we talked about before, like brushing your teeth. Meet a friend or a trainer. Give yourself credit. Focus on progress. End your session with something positive, and make sure you are doing some type of exercise you like. Again, with our negative thoughts or our sabotaging thoughts, we can sometimes think it's okay to skip exercise today because I don't want to do it. But again, the talk back to that would be it's not okay. Exercise is an essential part of losing weight and maintaining my weight loss. I'm not going to keep this up forever, so why start? Again, talking back to that is I can do it today. If I have trouble doing it later, I will solve that problem. I'm not an exercising person. Talking back to that is I don't have to be an exercise fanatic, but I can continue doing what I've been doing and just gradually increase it. So expanding your horizon. So many people who are focusing on weight loss believe they shouldn't pursue new interests or goals until they have lost all the weight that they want to. But actually expanding your activities lifts your mood and gives you a lot of non-food related opportunities for pleasure and satisfaction. So again, there's definitely benefit for looking at different interests and challenges, and how that can be a positive part of your life. So preparing for the future, congratulations, right? You've made it through class 4. We have reviewed some powerful skills to incorporate in your life. And these are just some general questions. What did you find most valuable? And again, kind of deciding what challenges you feel like you might face and deciding how to deal with those. All right, thank you for joining me for class 4.